What is going on, ladies and gents? It is Michael or Legacy Kill HD once again discussing Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead 3. And today we're going to be discussing gameplay concept art that hints to, once again, an Indian war happening in the next Red Dead game. As most of you know, I've done some videos on this. We've uncovered some details from that leaked Red Dead Redemption 2 map, and it shows many locations hinting to historical Indian war moments. One of those being Old Fort Wallace, which was a real United States cavalry fort which was used to defend settlers against Cheyenne and Sioux raids. Nonetheless, you're not going to want to miss that video, so make sure you guys check it out if you have not already. But today, let's get down to the information, not waste any more time. So around E3, there was a lot of information flowing about Red Dead Redemption 2 and the possible announcement coming at E3 2016. Obviously, nothing came of that, and it was very spooky, one of those being that on Rockstar's own website, they had a slot ready for another Red Dead game. And that's not to mention some of the other controversy that came from E3, such as that awkward PS4 conference ending, which a lot of people thought that Red Dead Redemption 2 would be announced there. And then some concept art was discovered. This is coming from a former Rockstar Games employee, and the very interesting thing is, after this got broke a little bit, not many websites picked up on it, but enough that she removed everything from her portfolio. And on her LinkedIn, she says that she worked for Rockstar Games between 2010 and 2014. And if you haven't known, there's been some rumors suggesting that Red Dead Redemption 2 has been in development for 4 years. So it would make sense that she was working on the early art for Red Dead Redemption 2, and she is a lead artist at Crytek right now. So obviously all this is fitting in, and why it was removed from her website would make a lot of sense, just being that she wants to make sure she can avoid breaking an NDA. But let's start with these first images, and we're going to start with the settlers of this next Red Dead game. And this possibly could be our first look at one of the main characters, and I think it's safe to say that he's some type of cowboy, maybe an outlaw, but this cowboy settler, it seems like he actually has some type of scars and disfiguration. I mean, one of the images, he has like a burnt face, and then he has like some scars over his eyes, so that's pretty cool. Maybe it's some type of thing that we can actually create our character with. I think that'd be pretty badass. Or just added customization, one of the things that a lot of Rockstar fans want to see in these next upcoming games. And on another screenshot, we actually have an image of him using 2 pistols and shooting somebody, so maybe that means we'll actually be able to have akimbo pistols. I think that'd be a pretty fun feature to include. And next up, we have a lot of images regarding Indians, and as most of you know who played Red Dead Redemption, Indians did not play much of a role in the game until the ending, so it's looking like Indians are going to be playing much more of a role in this next Red Dead game. And some of the other things that people have been mentioning about these photos is that we have a couple images of a settler and a couple images of an Indian, which if you did not know already, there was a report circulating a while ago that said that the next Red Dead game will be having 2 protagonists, and this would make a lot of sense. We are able to see the point of view from each side, one from the settler and one from the Indian perspective, and it would be a lot of fun seeing what they can do with this story. And some of the other things I noticed was that this Indian warrior has a different type of set of outfits, so maybe that's something we'll be able to earn within the next Red Dead game. And then he's also holding guns, so you know, I've discussed maybe we'll be able to use bow and arrows in the next Red Dead game. It seems like it makes sense why they have pistols and repeaters and not bow and arrows, because if you're gonna make it a legit battle between both sides and make it where we can choose one or the other, you're gonna have to have each side, I guess, evenly armored up. But in all honesty, who's to say that that actually cannot still happen? And then the other thing that I noticed about this Indian warrior is that he's different type of face paint, so maybe that's one of the things that we can actually give our character. That'd be pretty cool. And let me also draw some light on some of the cool masks that these Indian warriors have, because those are pretty badass. I mean, look at one of them actually having the skull of an animal, and the other having some type of horned helmet that kind of looks like a Viking style, and the other having some type of feathered helmet. The evidence is starting to stack up, guys. It seems like an Indian war is bound to happen, and it does make a lot of sense why Rockstar Games would go down that road after, you know, a lot of people criticize them for not having that within Red Dead Redemption. So this time around, make it centered around that. It was one of the biggest things with Revolver, and a Wild West with settlers versus Indians makes a lot of sense. There was a lot of historical events that happened around that time, such as one being the Battle of Little Bighorn, so there's a lot of inspiration that Rockstar Games can draw from that, but it's going to be a lot of fun to see what they can do with all of this. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smack that like button if you did enjoy the video or found any informative value. Also drop down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on these topics. What do you think about the concept art? Do you think Indian versus settler story would make the most sense? And do you think we'll be able to flip-flop between both roles, being able to see both perspectives? And once again, thank you so much for watching. I love the support that you guys give on these videos. I love doing the research, and it really means the world when I get all the positive comments from you guys, because I work hard on this content, and I will be one of the best sources for Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead 3 content to come. So make sure you subscribe for that. Until next time, I'll see you later.